How we doing? How we doing? Nah, don't get scared now. I be laughing so hard my stomach hurts. Welcome to Larry's World, mother truckers. Yeah. How we doing today, people? Can you dig it? Yeah. Y'all, today, I'm gonna go ahead and make this phone call. I'm about to get the topic off, but I forgot. First, I gotta make this phone call. To the man upstairs, which is Jesus Christ. Y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned with me for a minute. Make this phone call. 1-800 Jesus. Jesus, what's going on, baby? Chit, 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 chit. Jesus Christ, save my life. Oh my God, that's a good topic. That's a banger. Yes, sir. That's a good topic, man. Thank you, sir. Peace. Yep. YouTube family. Boy, do I have a good old topic. Y'all, today's topic is going to be start small and work your way. What's up, Thomas, man? Thank you for joining me in my live. Today's topic is going to be, Thomas, start small and work your way up. What do I mean by this? That means, guys, in life, we got to understand that success takes time. Whatever we're doing, y'all, is we got to start small. I'm going to use myself as an example and you as an example. With me, when I first started working out, y'all, I didn't get this size cock diesel, and even though I don't put on some weight, I don't put on a little bit of weight. I didn't get this size muscle wise and stuff, by going in there like overnight. It took time, man. You got to start your way up. See, a lot of people want success. They want overnight success, and it simply does not work like that. I know, Thomas, man, when you started your YouTube, I mean, not your YouTube, but when you started your trucking business, I know you told me when you first started, you started off with just a truck and you didn't have no clients, but you progressively moved up. We got to try to tell these youngsters that, man, they think everything they think they the problem is, man, this is a microwave society. What do I mean by that? Everybody wants everything instant gratification. That's why a lot of people, I appreciate that, man. That's why a lot of people, they like to do stuff like fans only. I don't knock nobody. People do whatever they do, but a lot of people want this quick fame, so they like to do. I know some people be having like stuff they doing fart jars, and they got a. Some of these celebrities, man, they have like pubic hair in a bag, all for attention. A lot of times, man, people are doing. They want to blow up overnight, man. You just can't do that. You can't blow up overnight. It can happen, but it's very rare. We got to be willing to start small. A lot of people want that. They want that 3-story mansion. They're not willing, man. They don't understand. You got to start off in that apartment first. You got to make sure your credit and stuff is good. If your credit and stuff ain't good, ain't none of that gonna happen. You got to crawl before you walk. Start small and work your way up. Spencer asked, what's going on with you? Jacoby, Forbes, what's up with you? Let's get on in here, y'all. Today we talking about start small and work your way up. What do y'all think about this topic right here, man? A lot of us, we want things to happen fast. A lot of people want to be a millionaire. They want to be a multi-billionaire. They want millions of dollars, but they're not willing to start small. They want to just blow up overnight like the world trade. Cook, boom. It don't work like that. You got to be willing to take baby steps, guys. Guys, what I need you to understand, Jesus Christ will not put no more on us than we can bear. I just talked about this in my previous video that we bite off sometimes more than we can chew. If we can't take the heat, don't go in the kitchen. A lot of people not ready for that kind of money and stuff right now. They're not. One thing about it, you never never get it done. That's it. And a lot of people, man, that's a good one right there, Thomas. A lot of people think they Peter Pan, man. They think they're gonna live forever. That's another thing. That's another whole topic in itself right there. You're right about that though. But one thing we got to do is start. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, I started too late. What if I don't get this? What if I don't get that?" A lot of people say, "I want to work out, but what if I ain't getting no muscles? I'm not getting big." You're not gonna get that way overnight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if you're working out or whatever you're doing, even if you're taking steroids, even if you're doing it the illegal way, it's gonna take time, y'all. It's just like a flower. What I need y'all to understand, I love using the flower method. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Thomas. Thank all of y'all. You can't water a flower one time, and think it's gonna grow. It don't work like that. You can't water it one time and think that thing gonna just grow. You got to keep watering it day in and day out. It's just the way it happens. That's gotta be. That's what it's gotta be, man. What's something you can tell the youth? What's something I can tell the youth that start small, guys? Like, okay, if you playing pee wee football or something like that, you might want to say, well, man, I wanna be a running back. I want to be the star wide receiver. You might have to start off as the water boy. You know what I'm saying? You might have to start off as the one cleaning the shoulder pads. You might have to be the team advisor, and you got to work your way up. You got to start off small. A lot of us we go on these jobs and stuff, guys. Like, we want to be the CEO overnight. You got to work your way up. That's something I need to tell the youth right there. You might be a late bloomer, young man or young woman, whoever this is for. You might be wondering why I can't get no girls. He got all the girls. He got facial hair. I mean, when I was in school, I was a late bloomer. I wasn't getting a bunch of girls and stuff when I was in middle school, high school. I didn't start pulling a lot of women and stuff until I got like in my late teens, early 20s. Of course, I'm married now, but you got to understand that things take time. You might see your friend getting all the girls. You might, if this is whether this be a male or female, you look like they shining out, but I'm gonna tell you how they say the first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. I'm gonna say it again. The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. Anytime, Tabin, man, what's going on though? I want to know, like what's going on. You say, what do you want to know about? I need to know what any of y'all want to know about. But tab in sliding 777. What do you want advice on though? I want to know specifically what you want advice on. I just answered that question, but I want to know what do you want advice on? I'm all ears, y'all. Anybody want advice on anything? Starting small and working your way up. Let's get in the comment section. Let's talk about this right here. That's what I'm here for, y'all. I am an inspirational speaker. I don't know the answer to everything, but I do my very best to try to give the best advice I can give. Okay, because I was that kid. I wanted everything I wanted to be like the other kids. I wanted to be. I thought if I played football, that'd make me get all the girls. That'd make me, what I'm saying. But you just gotta, in due time. Everything happens in due time, y'all. It'll happen, but we gotta understand too. When we see people with these things, guys, they might have a bunch of chicks or a bunch of money or a bunch of fame. We don't know what they had to go through to get there. All we look at is the now. We don't look at what they had to go through, the sleepless nights. Steve Harvey, how you see Steve Harvey as a prime example. Let me read this comment right here first. Okay, Thomas says, one thing for sure, if you aim for nothing, you'll hit nothing. That's it. Just like a target. If you put a target up and you don't shoot at that target, you keep shooting over this way, you ain't gonna get it. But if you shoot right at that target, pop, 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 and you still may not hit it right on the spot, but eventually you'll get there. But you got to start small to work your way up. Guys, if we was all born, that's a good one right there, Thomas. Thank you, man. If we was all just born with a silver spoon in our mouth, we wouldn't want to thrive. We wouldn't want to thrive and work for better. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I thank God, man. I thank God. I thank God that I was born in poverty. I thank God for the small things. Because I know when I get blessed and get to that level, my. I know I'm gonna be a showstopper. You gonna be a showstopper. All y'all gonna be something. Let me read this right here. He says, I'm 22 years old, living in Detroit, Michigan, just trying to find a couple pointers to make it out and to be something, man. First off, I want to know what do you do right now? What type of work are you doing? What is your passion? That's what I want to know. Or whatever your passion is, you know what I'm saying? Just like, let's just say, for instance, if you want to be a mechanic, you might start off in a shop, build up all the clientele you can gain. Okay. Once you gain up your clients on that job, don't let the company know what you're doing. I'm just using this as an example until you get in here and talk to me. But don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing. Meaning, When you're working on, you get in there, you still all them clients you can get. You still all the clients you can get, and then you start doing real good work, and they see what they charging over there. They might be charging $900 to do work on the car. You pull them off to the side, and you start building your own clientele. Man, be your own boss, baby. Okay. He said, I'm still in college, and I'm in a part-time mechanic in school. My God, look at God. I didn't even know that. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even know that. I was just saying that. But that's the thing. If you really want to go into mechanics, go into mechanics, brother. And guess what? Don't just stop at being a mechanic. Have your own. Like I just said, take them clients and do a good job and work on that car on the side. The whole point is, hey, it's a dog eat dog world, man. I'm not trying to be funny, but it is a dog eat dog world. You take them clients and you pull them away from them. That's what all companies do. They it's business. McDonald's is in competition with Burger King. Macy's is in competition with JC Penney. Yeah, it's all competition. So yeah, start small though. Don't try to go in there and be cocky. Not saying you in general, go in there and be cocky and take all, try to be macho, man. Learn everything you can learn and take that somewhere else and thrive. You can do it, man. Aubrey Brown, what's going on with you? Okay, Thomas said, first thing that young man needs to know, get around people that are going somewhere because you hang around, it'll affect. Let me read that again. Thomas says, that's good right there, Thomas. Thank you, sir. First thing that young man needs to know, get around people that are going somewhere because who you hang around will affect you. So yeah, that's good right there. So Tabin, you say you're 22 years old, man. First thing, like my good friend Thomas has said, you have to hang around people that's on your frequency. What do I mean by that? They don't necessarily have to be a mechanic, but they need to be like-minded like you. They need to be able to think outside of the box. You don't want to be hanging around people who want to smoke weed every day, drink. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with doing those things, but if you're hanging around those type of people and that's all they do every day, all day, and they're not trying to get to the next level, what's going to happen is they're going to pull you down. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. Get around the negativity, man. Isolate yourself. What do I mean by isolate? That means you have to sometime, man, cut these type of people out of your life. And you got to get in the prayer closet, man. I don't know if you believe in Jesus Christ, but when I say isolate, man, you really have to cut out a lot of the worldly things you do. And I mean, I know a lot of people don't really like to hear that, but you really do, man. If you like to party every weekend, drink, smoke weed, like I say, ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't knock nobody for doing that, but you have to put your priorities in the right place. Number one, you have to keep the man upstairs first. What do you mean by man upstairs? That's Jesus Christ. If you're not keeping him in the forefront, none of these things are going to happen. So that's what you need to do, man. Cut out all the distractions, all the noise. If you like to play a lot of video games, you're going to have to minimize the things that you really want to do. You're going to have to, I mean, the things that you really like to do, like in your leisure time, you got to cut those things down some. You got to focus more on your craft, what you want to do, man. If you like to work on cars and stuff, man, you want to be a mechanic, you got to do that. You got to live, you got to think about that all day long. Even if you're going to the bathroom, you're going to the restroom, even if you at work, you got to be thinking about being an entrepreneur. You got to have an entrepreneur mindset. Even if you living in the ghetto, not saying you do, but even if you living in the ghetto, man, you gotta have that mindset. Don't think small. Always think, you know what, I'm gonna make it. Even though I'm living around all these junkies, I'm gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think like that. Like I use this analogy too. That's just like if you're living in the ghetto, right? You might be right up the street from a Walmart. Yeah, it's convenient, but you get negative vibes every time you go in this Walmart. Sometimes you got to go up the street, go to the Walmart up the street. Yeah, you starting small, you in the hood, but eventually, if you start thinking big, you'll be big. But if you think small, you'll be small. So if you think that I ain't gonna never go nowhere in life, that's exactly where you're gonna be. I'm just saying, we put what we think, y'all, we put in the atmosphere, believe it or not. If you think something long enough, it'll come out of your mouth. I want you to try thinking about something one day. Just keep thinking about it, even if it's good or bad, and watch how it'll eventually come out of your mouth. Because your brain is programmed. Your brain is programmed to release things from here all the way down. That's our brains and stuff is meant to do that. But remember, just start small, man. Start small. You'll be good. You'll be good. Don't rush it though. Learn everything you can learn on this job as a mechanic. This is for all people, y'all. Wherever you're trying to do, whether you want to be a mechanic, NBA basketball player, football player, learn all you can know. Never go on the job or in any type of industry or career and think you know it all. Because the minute you think you know it all is the minute that your bubble will get bust and you will be humble. You don't want to be humbled by humility, guys. You want to already walk in the door being humble. Go in there like the small man. Even if you do know everything, you may know more than everybody know on this job. But you still got to go in there and act like you don't know nothing. You got to go in there and act like you don't know nothing. Go in there and be small. You may be the CEO. You might very well have CEO material, CEO mindset. If they tell you how to put a part together on that car, act like you don't know. I'll say, okay. Don't say I know. Please don't do that. This is something I have to work on. When somebody say something to you how to do something, don't say I know. Just say, okay, thank you for telling me. I know it is frustrating because this is something I have to work on. I find myself doing this a lot with some of my family members. I find myself doing this. And I know, I know. You're thinking small. You're thinking small. Don't think small like that. Um, Art, H2W said, are you a twin? No, I'm not a twin, brother. I don't have a twin brother, none of that. Who do I look like to you? But thank you for joining me in here today, H2W. Thank all of y'all for joining me, man. But today, man, we talking about starting small and working our way up. It's just like a baby, y'all. You know when a baby is born, a baby can't do nothing. A baby can't crawl, baby can't walk, a baby can't talk. So you got to do baby steps. You got to crawl, but you gotta first you don't even crawl. You don't know how to crawl. You just cry and whine. That's how it is. Then eventually that baby learns how to drink milk. He start off on the breast milk, and then eventually the baby learns how to drink out of a sippy cup. Then the baby eats baby food. He eats Gerber baby food. Then he learn how to eat adult food. So that's how I have to be in any industry, guys. You got to start off small. Even if you know more than everybody on the job, I don't care. Still play to be the small guy. Sometimes you got to play small. Sometimes you have to let people think that you're small even when you're not. You got to, man. You got to be able to beat people at their own game. Don't go in cocky. Don't go in arrogant. But remember, all celebrities and all legends, I don't care what nobody tell you, all celebrities started off small and worked their way up. I love using Steve Harvey as a perfect example. Matthew, what's going on with you, man? Today we're talking about starting small and working our way up. I'll use him as an example. A lot of people don't know this. Steve Harvey, guys, was homeless. He was living outside of his car. Nobody really wanted to give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? He was homeless. He was going down to the show. Then he finally got his big break. You know what I'm saying? He started doing comedy shows and stuff in the early 90s. And then he worked his way up. Then he did the Steve Harvey show. Then he did uh Kings of Comedy. You know, Medea, same way. Or Tyler Perry. He started off living in his car. And look at him now. So that's what I'm saying. It take time though. But a lot of us, we looking at what they have now. We don't know what these people had to go through to get there. Remember, it takes time. They're not showing you that. Pay being sliding 777. What's going on with you? See, when most time, y'all, when people show you their fame and stuff, you see these MTV cribs and all that, you be like, oh man, they got it made. We looking at what we see in front of us. We don't see the sleepless nights. Just like y'all, when y'all see my YouTube channel. Yes, I'm not monetized yet, but I will get there. A lot of people be like, oh man, you got 1,800 something subscribers, you're doing good. But a lot of people don't understand. My good friend Thomas, he understands. It took a lot of sleepless nights. I'm talking about nights where I get 2 to 4 hours of sleep, go to work. I'm talking about I would go to, this is how it would be. I would do 3, 4 lives a night, get up, go to the gym. Then I would leave the gym, go to my full-time job, work 10 hours, go home, shower, get ready for my part-time job, then do another video again. That's what it takes. You got to be with. You got to be uncomfortable. You got to get out of your comfort zone. But if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're going to constantly stay small. You're going to constantly stay small. Always believe in God and believe in yourself. With Him first, anything is possible. That's right. Like I told them, man, like I told them, Thomas, if they don't keep God first, it don't matter. It don't matter what they do. It don't matter what we do here. It don't matter what we do here. A ladder. You might start off at you might be way down here. Then you look up. Next time you know you way down here. And I'm gonna tell y'all something too. You're gonna notice too, you may be small right now. But eventually you will get there. And you're gonna notice a lot of people are here now. A lot of people are like this. Some people are just like this with people. Then you might start seeing them go up. But this is what normally happens. They get cocky, they get up there, they start running off at the mouth. I'm better than y'all. The next thing you know, they down here. And this is what normally starts happening. Now they going down and you going up. So stay around from people like that, y'all. If you got friends and they small, I'm talking about not small as size and stature. I'm talking about if they still doing the same thing from 10, 15 years ago, and they have not grown in what they're doing to change your circle, guys. I don't know who this message is for. I'm trying to tell you what I know though. These people ain't they gonna keep you small. And a lot of y'all don't understand when we hanging around small-minded people, they block our blessings. I know what they say. They say keep your enemies. They say keep your enemies closer. No, they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I agree and disagree because if you keep them too close, they will block your blessing. That's my opinion. And I believe in not keeping them close at all. That's just me. I'm not keeping no enemy close to me. From a distance. I love you from a distance. We can talk on the phone. I don't need you in my presence. I don't know who this message is for. There's nothing wrong with speaking to your enemies, but keeping them in your presence will keep you small because eventually what's going to happen is they're going to start putting negative thoughts in your head. This is devilish people right here. Stay away from these type of people, y'all. Brad, what's going on with you, man? Thank you for joining me today, man. Today we're talking about starting small and working our way up. A lot of us want to get to the top overnight, and it just don't work that way, man. I keep telling the people, man, you have to start small. Any legend and any icon that you see, they not gonna tell you that they not telling you how they got there. Most of them don't. They just showing the fame and stuff like that, but they're not showing how they got there. Some celebrities do. Like I said, Steve Harvey was homeless in his car. I'm gonna use another one, 50 Cent. There's a movie called Get Rich or Die Trying. That's really how his life was. I don't know if y'all ever seen that movie. Good movie. Great movie. Y'all need to watch it. It's called Get Rich or Die Trying. That's why he made that album. 50 Cent was really like that. He grew up with nothing. He got shot 9 times, could have died. You know what I'm saying? But look at him now. But he's a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at where they are now. We got to look at where they were. We don't know where they were. All we can do is go off of kind of what they was telling us. That's all we can do. And stop being jealous of people who are bigger than you are. When I say bigger than you are, I'm not talking about, like I said, once again, not in stature. I'm not talking about in stature. I'm talking about don't be jealous of these type of people because if you start hating on these people, you will start diminishing. What does diminishing mean? That means you can be like this and you'll start shrinking. And you'll block your own blessing. Sometimes, y'all, we can block our own blessing. Sometimes we don't need people to block our blessing. We can do that for ourselves. We don't need no help with that. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not trying to be funny, but we can block our own blessings by hating on other people. We can block our own blessings by hating on others, and we can block our blessings by hanging around blessing blockers. It's just that simple. So if you want to remain small, keep hanging around small people. If you want to grow like a tree, and be gigantic, hang around positive people and watch what happens. Watch that flower grow. Keep watering that flower every day and watch the results you get. But don't water that flower and watch it die. The choice is on y'all. Y'all, all I can do is I can lead you to the water, baby. But I can't make you drink it. It's on you, baby. Choice is on you. But anyway, y'all, I just want to get on here and drop this short vid, y'all. But I need y'all to do me a very serious favor. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Watch the entire video to the end, y'all. Don't just watch the live. That kills me. Don't just get in here. But I do thank y'all for being here. Don't just watch the live and don't go back and watch it again. Go back and watch it over and over because sometimes It's hard for people to retain something one time. Watch the entire video to the end, from start to finish, not just 30 seconds of the video. Some people got an attention span like a toddler. We got to learn to watch stuff all the way to the end. A lot of y'all want to be big, but y'all don't even want to pay attention. You don't want to listen to nobody. Watch the whole video to the end. Okay? Share it, hit the notification bell. Okay, y'all listen to me. Listen. Hit the notification bell. That way when I drop these vids, guys, you guys are the first to be everything notified. I can't be bought. I can't be replicated. I can't be duplicated. You will never find another content creator like me. And I promise you that. That's facts. Because you want to know why? I am cut from a different cloth. That's why. Yeah. But if you don't hit the like, share, subscribe button, guess what? Me. I know he ain't talking about me. Yeah, you. I ain't gonna lose no sleep. That part right there. On you, baby. But anyway, y'all, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Blessings. I want y'all to bow your heads, close your eyes with me. I'm done with this thing. Thomas, I want to thank you for being on here. My good friend Thomas. Everybody else, I want to thank y'all too. Y'all blessings. Like I say all the time, if it wasn't for you guys, number one, Jesus Christ, I would not have this channel. So shout out to all y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being my family today. And I love all y'all. Y'all bow your heads. Thank you, Thomas. Close your eyes. I'm going to end this thing with a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day today, Lord. This day that was not promised, Lord, but you let us see it anyhow. Lord, a lot of us have to learn. We have to learn to start small. You have to learn to be the underdog. You know, the underdog is normally the one that's overlooked anyway. I'd much rather be the underdog. I want to be overlooked. That's the way you should want to be. Want to be overlooked. Keep thinking I'm small, y'all. Sometimes we got to let people think that we're small. And we really the biggest dog on the block. Yeah. Listen, y'all, I'm out of here like last year. Cook, boom, peace, bless. One.